Hello, and welcome to another episode of My Thoughts On. I'm going to keep this intro very short. I had a very odd and quite interesting conversation on a dating app, and I'm going to be sharing that conversation with you. All names will be changed and other important information will be blocked out for obvious reasons. Now, let's get into this. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be referring to the other person by the name of Jess. This name does not correlate to the name of the actual other person. It's just a placeholder name because I'm not going to be using their real name. I started things out by saying, "Hey there, what are you up to?" They responded with, "Hey cutie, what city are you in?" With that one sentence, I can already tell what this is. I tell them what city I'm in, and ask if they're, in the same one. And they send this block of text. "Same here. I came to visit my uncle. He had urgent business calls, so he had to go to Canada for Summit. I'm bored alone with his boy Ken, and I want a hookup so bad. Are you down?" My God, the level of just... the lack of punctuation is insane in this text. I say, really, because your profile says you're in this city, which the city on their profile is not the same one that I'm in, that they said they're in the same city as I am, and honestly, I don't believe it. Jess says that's where I was when I opened the app. Are you down? I think what she really means is that the city she was in when she created her profile, that's what, that's why it says a different city. So I said sure, and then Jess followed that up by saying, "When should I be expecting you?" Now I'm very confused, because I feel like that's the kind of question to be asked after an exchange of an address has been shared. But I don't have that information, and I basically tell that to Jess. I don't know. You've given me no information as to when or where. Jess then asks, "Will you get some condoms and help me grab a Steam gift card at a nearby store before heading over so Ken can load his game and get busy while we have fun inside without disturb?" Now the condoms, that makes sense. But I don't get why I'm the one getting this Steam gift card for who this ever Ken person is, that I assume Jess is supposed to be looking after since, her dad had to go to Canada all of a sudden. But we'll come back to this point later. I tell Jess I already have the condoms, so we're good. Where am I heading? She kind of disappears, so I say hello with a question mark, and then I distract myself playing some Lost Ark for a bit. When I check back, I have several messages from Jess. Where do you want to grab the game card from? I need it to get the boy on his game so he doesn't notice when we're having fun inside. You don't want to get me in trouble, do you? You stop talking. Now, I don't know why she couldn't have said all of that in one message rather than 5 messages, but that's besides the point. I also just want to say, who the hell tries to organize a hookup when you're not home alone? Or in any location alone? I really think it's wildly irresponsible. This person is trying to organize sex when they are clearly supposed to be taking care of this supposed Ken person. I've also made up in my head that Ken knows Jess is trying to organize a hookup, and so Ken gave Jess the ultimatum that she needs to get him a Steam gift card or he's gonna tell Dad about it when Dad comes back from Canada. Anyway, I said sorry, I was distracted. Anyway, I don't know why I have to pick up a game card for you when taking care of this kid seems like your problem, not mine. Perhaps you should have thought ahead and planned this out better. To which Jess said, "I did, just grab the game card on the way, I'll refund you cash for it here." I said, "I don't think you did, or you'd have already gotten the card before trying to organize this with anyone." Jess replied with, "I have cash to refund you here. The kid is a glutton and won't stay home alone if I want to go get the game thing, and if I take him with me to the store, he begged to buy stupid stuffs and end up wasting all the cash I have. Well, the simple solution to that is to get the Steam gift card and tell him no when he asks you to buy him something else. Really not that hard, Jess. Also, what kid wouldn't want to stay home alone? When I was a kid, that's all I wanted to do was stay home alone. No kid would say, no, I don't want to stay home alone. No kid would say that. Okay, maybe some. But you get the point. I said, again, how is any of this my problem? You're the one taking care of the kid. This is your responsibility, not mine. See, I told you we'd come back to this point later. This is really the worst ploy to get someone to buy you a Steam gift card, honest to God. Jess then said, at least I'll hand you the cash here. Why can't you help me get the game card on the way? I responded with, because I don't need to go to the store. If I had to buy condoms, then it would make sense, but going to the store would be out of my way. But if you're going to refund me, then I guess it's fine. Jess said, I swear on my life I'm gonna refund you. If you say so, Jess. If you say so. I said, alright, fine. And then Jess asked me once again, when should I be expecting you? When she still has not given me any kind of address and I technically haven't even asked for it yet. And so I said that. You have not given me an address. Then she asked if I have Snapchat, to which I said no, which prompted her to give out a phone number and then tell me, you're delaying this fun. And I said, yeah, you're right, I am, prompting an SMH from Jess. A little annoyed, I said, I mean, I'm totally the one who has not given their address to me yet. Now Jess seemed confused and then asked me to text their phone number that they gave me. But I insisted Jess just give me her address, because if she doesn't, I will not know where I am going. Jess, though, is adamant by saying again to text the phone number, because she wants to know if I'm real. So after I text her phone number, she can give me the address. This annoyed me much more, so I said, I don't think I'm the one who should be questioned about being real. I mean, how do I know you're real? How do I know that if I text you, you're not going to just sell my number to the highest bidder? Too cautious? Perhaps. But I feel like you can never really be, especially when Jess is a complete stranger that I have only been talking to for a few hours. She says SMH and claims that I am acting like a kid, to which I said, am I? Because you still have not given me the address. Who's delaying who now? And that's the point that Jess breaks. And she finally gives me the address. Interestingly enough, it's an address in my city, but I still have my doubts about Jess. She asks how many minutes drive, to which I responded with 5, and no, I didn't actually check that. For the third time, Jess then asks, when should I be expecting? And I said, probably 10 minutes, because I have to get that Steam card. Which again, I didn't actually check any of this. Jess wants to know when I'm dressed. I said I'm leaving now. And then she wanted to know when I'm in the car, and I said I am now. And then Jess asked me to text her number when I'm in the store. She also followed that up by saying, you gotta text my number because you can't send me pics and show me where you are at on here. I said, why would I need to show you where I am? Which I think is a very reasonable question and path of logic to be thinking. I mean, if she's in the same city as me, she should know exactly where the store is, where any store is, which is literally, like, there's a Walmart 15 minutes from me. If she lived in this town, she would know that, right? Anyway, but then Jess said bye, and assumed that I am a kid. I said I am not a kid. I am just very careful who I give my number to. You have not given me a reason to trust you at all. Which is also very true. Again, Jess and I have only been talking for a few hours, and I don't know anything about her. Even her dating profile just kind of says, you know, what city she lives in, and that's about it. Has a couple pictures, has 2 pictures. Nothing else. No where she works, you know, no bio, anything. So, forgive me for having a hard time trusting Jess. Jess then said, "That's why you gotta make Snapchat up before doing anything. I can send live pics there as you can do the same. That way we both know we're real. If not that way, then I'm good." And my response is, "I'm sorry, but I don't like Snapchat." Which is very true. I don't like Snapchat at all. I used to have a fake one, using a very old email address that I no longer have. And I used that Snapchat for romance scam baiting to make into videos that I never actually did, that would have been like the ones I've done on this channel already anyway. But at that point, Jess said that she was going to block me, so I decided to do the same to her and end the stupid conversation, and I also reported her. Overall, I actually had way too much fun messing with Jess. I mean, they actually thought at one point I was getting in the car and leaving. Like, how dumb is this person? I still stand in my belief that there was something sketchy about the address, and that if I had actually went, that it possibly would have been a catfish setup. You know, how do I know? Jess could have been a guy trying to get Steam gift cards, you know? I'd show up to find, you know, the other person is not who I was expecting. They just didn't sit well with me, and they didn't feel genuine to me. So yeah, that was my interesting dating app interaction. That's all I have to say. So if you're out of the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening, and goodbye.